All right, let's break down probably one of the coolest sequences from ADCC, and it is against Meregali. So I've got JB here, obviously not as handsome or talented as Meregali, but we'll make it work. So I'll talk through what I believe Meregali's perspective was initially, and then I'll approach it from my perspective on bottom, right?
And rightfully so, right? This is what Craig should be doing, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
now Meregali's
letting him actually get in here and play a game. Oh, he's going to the instructional material. False reap. Craig uses it to come on top.
Meregali came in, collected this leg, started pushing me down. So what his intention was to get outside my legs here, some good outside position, avoid any leg attack, right? But what I was able to do was place this foot on the outside here in a K-guard style position. So JB throws that foot. So he's sort of blocked here. So we keep moving. You can see how this JB's left foot's blocking me from continuing to go around. So I use this foot to sort of hold him in this position. And really what Meregali would be thinking here is that I'm going for a K-guard style entry here. So he's probably thinking, if you grab the K, I'm gonna clear it, gonna attack here. But you got a pretty cool 1-2 combination here. So when Meregali took this position, he actually stepped in close with his left leg here. So if you can see the positioning of my left leg, this one came in tight, which there's potential for a knee cut. This is blocking the knee cut as well though. So the K-guard hook acts as a block to the knee cut. If this was inside, obviously much better ability to slice through. So this is really blocking him outside passing and blocking a knee cut here. So when he placed this leg inside, I was able to sit up and start taking a false reap grip here and throwing this leg back over the top. I actually messed this position up and he gave it a crack to go for a back take here. So as JB starts to come up, Meregali tried to sit through to take the back, but I was able to sit over and start chasing the heel. But really, I did anticipate this style of sequence, but I actually messed up the false reap position here. So obviously a really strong false reap. If we throw this through, we want to connect our hands super tight here. But where I was sitting, because it happened so quick, my hands were separated. So as I spun through to attack the legs from here, he actually had a really good opportunity to take the back. But luckily, if you re-watch the sequence, he didn't get a knee inside the hip here and shelf my hips. It landed outside, so it meant I obviously messed up, he messed up too. What I should have done from that position is something Diego Pato did to Cisneros. When people try to hit a counter back take on a false reap, they're very vulnerable for the knee bar. If you want to see more about that, false reap accusations, we cover that in detail. It would have been a good opportunity in the match to hit it and obviously sell some instructionals, but the sequence still looked pretty cool. So again, let's cover how K-guard and the false reap work together here, right? So I'm up here, obviously my preference is start to slide in and get to knee shield positions here, but he effectively blocks the top leg. He doesn't want me on an elbow, so he starts sitting me down. I have to anchor my foot to the outside here. And when I anchor it to the outside, it has to have some force behind it. So I'll actually back heel and start to lift my hips a little bit. Because if it's too relaxed, JB just moves into me here, yeah, and can clear it quite easily. So I have to catch it, right? Again, if I didn't reach for that, there's really no good leg entries here. He's just gonna continue passing outside. So I place this foot on the hip to block his angle change here. And again, he thinks, which is obviously one option from here, a K-guard entry where I'd have to clear this foot and start attacking that backside position here, right? So he senses this and brings his inside knee in here. Because again, he's still thinking K-guard, but what this has actually allowed me to do is start reaching up and getting elbow deep on this inside leg here. So what's good about this position is we can go for either leg. If I started reaching for this and he backs it out, we can come back to K. If I'm going for K and he's feeding this leg deep, trying to sit my hips down, we can take the elbow deep position. And we are actually quite safe here, right? If this leg was inside, JB could blast the knee cut through. you could just explode straight through. But when we have this K-guard position, he tries to knee cut here, he's just giving us the false read. So again, a bit of a 1-2 combo, K-guard, false read. So what happened here was once I secured this position here and secured a tight false read, my error in the sequence was I didn't reinforce the grip on the knee. I was already too busy with that inside arm thinking of grabbing the heel. And as I started to free the leg and roll through, he sat through to attack my back. And I actually came over the top, started chasing the heel, and we started rolling. I realized I wasn't going to get his heel and was able to secure top position out of the exchange here. So a great option, what I should have done out of this position is attack the knee bar. I did anticipate Meregali would shoot for the back, but in the heat of the moment, I was so busy chasing the heel. He really gave me this knee bar position here. So I should have reinforced the grips. So 2 hands on the inside knee instead of 1 hand on the foot, 1 hand below the knee. Now, as I start to go, JB starts thinking counter back take. You can see how his counter back take leads to this knee bar position. So I've got a tight elbow, my hand is reinforced under his knee, and what's key here to finish the knee bar is I rotate my outside hip higher than his knee. Now when we apply pressure, we get the tap. If my outside hip is low, as I apply pressure, he sits to 50-50, and we lose everything here. So we need to block his ability to turn to 50, and that's by lifting our outside hip. So JB tries to turn to 50 now. No ability to do so. So I really had a great opportunity to attack this position and obviously sell some instructionals. But again, you saw how the threat of the heel hook gave me top position.